The galaxy was under their terror. Until humans woke from cryo-sleep, the stars were quiet. But the galaxy was not at peace. For many centuries, a single alien power ruled most known space. Its fleets were everywhere. Its laws were harsh. Its soldiers showed no mercy. Entire worlds lived in fear, paying heavy tribute just to survive. Rebellion had been tried many times, and every time it failed. Burned cities and broken planets became warnings to others. Hope slowly faded from the galaxy. Most species believed this terror would last forever. Stories of freedom were treated like old myths. Some elders spoke of a time before the Empire, when many powers shared the stars. They also spoke of humans, a strange and dangerous species that once stood tall among the stars. But those stories were old and unclear. Many thought humans were only legends. Others believed they destroyed themselves long ago. Far from the busy trade routes and watch systems, there was a dead star system. Its sun had gone dark ages ago. Broken rocks and frozen dust filled the space around it. No one came here. No ships passed through. No signals were sent. It was forgotten by all. Hidden deep inside a hollowed moon, ancient machines began to move. Soft lights turned on in long, silent halls. Frost-covered chambers slowly warmed. Thick glass pods lined the walls, each holding a human body in deep sleep. Machines checked heartbeats, brain signals, and muscle strength. Numbers changed from red to green. After hundreds of years, the long sleep was ending. Inside one pod was a man named John Carter. His dark hair floated slightly in the liquid around him. His face was calm, like he was dreaming. The machine drained the fluid and opened the pod with a quiet hiss. Air rushed in. John's chest rose sharply as he took his first breath in centuries. He coughed and gasped, his body shaking as he tried to sit up. His hands grabbed the edge of the pod, weak but steady. The lights felt too bright. His head hurt. Memories came back slowly. The war. The evacuation. The order to sleep. Other pods began to open. Emma Brooks woke next. She blinked many times, trying to focus. Her arms felt heavy, but she forced herself to move. She remembered being an engineer, working on deep space systems. She remembered alarms and rushed voices. Then darkness. Alex Turner followed, then Ben Miller, then Lisa Morgan, then Nate Ross. One by one, humans woke into a future they did not know. The room filled with coughing, slow footsteps, and confused voices.
"What year is it?" John asked, his voice rough.
A calm, artificial voice answered from the ceiling. "Welcome back. Current galactic date indicates 612 standard years have passed since cryosleep initiation." The words hit them like a strike. 600 years, Emma whispered. Ben shook his head slowly. That is not possible. John steadied himself and stood up. His legs trembled, but he stayed upright. He looked around the room. The vault looked old but strong. Human design. Clean lines. Strong walls. No sign of damage. "Why did we sleep this long?" Alex asked. The artificial voice replied, "Primary mission status incomplete. Secondary mission priority active. Humanity preservation protocol successful." Emma frowned. Preservation from what? No answer came. They moved into a common area and sat on simple benches while their bodies adjusted. Automated arms handed them water and nutrient packs. The taste was plain but comforting. John took a slow breath. "We need answers. Start pulling records." Emma nodded and moved to a console. Her fingers remembered what to do, even if her mind felt slow. Screens lit up with old human symbols and text. As she worked, images appeared. Star maps. Battle footage. Broken ships. The last war came back to them in pieces. Humanity had faced a massive threat long ago. Not this empire, but something worse. The cost had been too high. Worlds lost. Fleets destroyed. In the end, a choice was made. Sleep. Human leaders had decided to hide humanity. They scattered vaults across forgotten systems. They erased their presence. They waited for the galaxy to change.
Emma swallowed.
We were never meant to wake up on a timer. Something triggered this. What's something? John asked. Emma hesitated. External galactic threat level exceeded safety margin. Silence filled the room. So the galaxy got worse, Ben said quietly. Emma nodded. Much worse. They accessed external sensors for the first time. Long-range scans came online. Weak but working. Unfamiliar ship designs filled the data. Massive fleets marked with symbols they did not know. John leaned closer. That is not any species we fought before. Alex pointed at another display. Look at that. Those are slave transports. Images showed crowded ships, beings packed tightly, guarded by armed figures. Lisa clenched her fists. They are farming worlds. The artificial voice spoke again. Dominant power identified. Designation unknown. Behavior pattern classified as terror-based rule. John straightened. Humans did not sleep to wake up and hide. Emma looked at him. We do not even know if we are strong enough anymore. John met her eyes. We will find out. They explored the vault over the next hours. It was larger than they first thought. Ship bays lay beneath the moon's surface, sealed behind heavy doors. Inside were human vessels, dark and silent, preserved like the people. Alex ran his hand over one ship's hull. Old design but solid. Emma smiled faintly. Old human design means overbuilt. Ben laughed softly for the first time. Yeah. We never did things halfway. Records showed this vault was only one of many. Dozens, maybe hundreds, spread across deep space. If others woke, humanity might not be alone. John gathered them together.
Listen, the galaxy thinks we are dead.
That is an advantage, but we cannot rush out. We need to learn. Observe. Understand the enemy. Nate nodded. Ghosts first, then soldiers. Emma brought up communication scans. Alien broadcasts flooded the channels. Harsh voices, strict orders. Announcements of punishment. Execution streamed as warnings. John turned away from one image. They rule by fear. Emma's voice was quiet. The galaxy has been under their terror for a long time. Outside the vault, the dead system remained silent. No one knew humans were awake. Not yet. Deep in alien space, a patrol ship drifted through stars, scanning for rebels. Its crew was bored. Nothing ever happened in forgotten systems. Their sensors caught a faint signal for a moment, then lost it. The captain ignored it.
Back in the vault, John watched the stars on a screen. His reflection stared back at him, older than he felt, younger than the galaxy.
600 years ago, humans chose sleep to survive. Now the galaxy was burning. John spoke softly but with certainty. We did not wake up to hide again.
Emma stood beside him. Then we need to be ready.
In the dark between stars, something ancient had opened its eyes. The terror of the galaxy did not know it yet, but the long night was ending. The days inside the hidden vault passed in steady rhythm. Time no longer felt broken to the humans. Their bodies grew stronger as muscles woke fully. Their minds became sharp again. Sleep fog faded, replaced by focus and quiet anger. John spent most of his time studying the galaxy maps. They were filled with red zones marked by alien control. Only small pockets of free space remained, scattered and weak. Trade routes all led to the same symbols. The Empire controlled everything that mattered. Emma and Claire Evans worked together in the data chamber. They listened to alien broadcasts for hours. The voices were harsh and cold. Orders were given without emotion. Punishment was announced in clear detail. Today, the Empire will cleanse the third moon of Kalo resistance. Behavior detected. Population reassigned to labor fleets. Emma muted the channel. Reassigned means enslaved, she said. Claire nodded.
Or worse, they compared hundreds of broadcasts.
The pattern was clear. Fear was the main weapon. Public punishment. forced obedience, destruction used as example. Ben and Alex focused on the ships. They walked through the silent hangars, opening sealed systems one by one. Dust floated in the air as lights turned on after centuries. "These ships are old, Ben," said, running a scanner along a control panel. "But their cores are clean." Alex smiled. Human tech ages better than most species.
They powered up one small scout ship. The engines hummed low and steady.
No shaking, no errors. Alex tapped the hull, still ready to fly. John joined them later. "How long until we can launch safely?" Ben checked the display. "A few days for full systems test. Maybe less if we risk it." John nodded.
We will not rush, but we will not wait forever.
In another chamber, Lisa and Nate trained in low gravity, simple movements. Balance drills, reflex tests. Their bodies remembered more than they expected. Nate wiped sweat from his face. "Feels like yesterday and a lifetime at the same time." Lisa looked serious. "The galaxy moved on without us. It did not get kinder." The Vault's artificial voice provided updates when asked. Empire territory expanded by 30% over the last century. Average lifespan of enslaved species reduced by 40%. John clenched his jaw. "They're bleeding the galaxy dry."
Emma called the group together when she found something important.
An old human probe network still existed, forgotten but active. Long-range eyes hidden in dark space.
"I can tap into them," she said. "Limited control, but enough to watch."
"Do it," John said. The screens filled with distant images. Alien fleets moving in perfect lines. Massive structures built above conquered worlds. Mining operations that stripped planets down to stone. One image showed a city under a metal dome. Inside, millions worked under armed guards. Lisa whispered. They turned worlds into cages. John watched in silence. Then he spoke. "We need to know if anyone is fighting back." Emma searched deeper. Rebel signals existed, but they were weak. Small groups hiding in asteroid fields, stolen ships, limited weapons. Alex shook his head. "They do not stand a chance." John answered calmly. "Not alone."
They debated for hours.
Some wanted to strike immediately. Others urged patience. Humanity had been gone too long. One wrong move could reveal them before they were ready. Emma raised a concern. "If we show ourselves too early, the Empire will come in full force." John agreed. "So we stay. Ghosts. We learn. We test. We hit where it hurts and disappear."
Ben leaned forward.
"Supply lines?" Alex smiled. "Always the soft underbelly."
Emma pulled up logistics maps.
Empire fleets were large, but they depended on constant fuel and material flow. Massive convoys moved between core worlds and front lines. "If one goes missing," Emma said, "they will think pirates. If many go missing," Ben added, "they will panic." John looked at the scout ship display. "We start small." Preparations began quietly. Weapon systems were powered up and checked. Human weapons were clean and precise. No wasted energy. No loud signatures.
Alex tested the rail cannons.
Still punch hard. Emma worked on stealth systems. Old but clever. Human ships bent sensors, hid heat, and swallowed signals. They were built to fight enemies stronger than them. The first test flight happened without ceremony. John, Emma, and Alex boarded the scout ship. The hangar doors opened slowly, revealing dark space. Engines engaged at low power. The ship slid out of the moon and vanished into black. Emma watched the sensors. "Nothing sees us." Alex piloted with ease. Muscle memory guided his hands. They stayed within the dead system at first, testing movement. No alarms, no alerts. John spoke quietly. "Take us closer to Empire space." The ship jumped in short bursts, never staying long. They watched from afar. Convoys passed, heavy and slow. Escorts flew in predictable patterns. Emma marked routes and timing. "They do not expect resistance here." John did not smile. Complacency kills. They returned safely to the vault. No one followed. The next days were filled with planning. More ships were prepared. Crews were assigned. Small teams only. Speed over power. Lisa joined the planning sessions. If we help rebels quietly, they might survive longer. John nodded. But we must be careful. Hope can be dangerous if it is crushed. Emma tapped a screen. There is a mining world near the outer rim. High output, low defense. If we disrupt it, the Empire will feel it. Alex leaned back. First blood. John closed his eyes for a moment. 600 years of sleep. Then he opened them. Approved. The strike happened fast. 2 human ships jumped in near the mining world. They stayed hidden until they were close. Then they acted. Rail fire cut through power stations. Clean hits. No explosions near population zones. Drones disabled control systems. Escort ships tried to respond, but their sensors failed. In 5 minutes, the operation was done. The human ships vanished. No humans were seen. No voices were heard. Only silence and broken systems remained. On the mining world, workers looked up in confusion. Guards shouted orders that did nothing. Machines shut down. Chains opened. For the first time in generations, fear shifted. Empire Command received reports. Sabotage. Unknown attackers. No visual confirmation. The officers argued. Pirates one said.
Rebels another? No species we know uses weapons like this, a third said.
The report was marked low priority. John watched the aftermath from a distance. He saw workers flee into the shadows. Some looked up at the stars. Emma spoke softly. They will talk about this. John nodded. Whispers spread faster than fleets. Over the next weeks, more strikes happened. Never the same place. Never the same pattern. Fuel depots failed. Data hubs went dark. Supply ships disappeared without wreckage. Alien patrols increased. Tension rose. Rebel signals grew louder. Confused messages spoke of unseen helpers. Of clean attacks. Of hope that felt dangerous to say aloud. Inside the vault, humans listened. Nate smiled quietly. The galaxy is starting to notice. John remained calm. This is only the beginning. Far away, an Empire fleet commander stared at a damaged convoy report. His hands shook slightly. Something old was moving in the dark. And the galaxy, long used to terror, was beginning to remember fear in a new direction. The Empire felt the change before it understood it. Supply routes failed more often. Patrol ships vanished without sending warnings. Stations went silent for hours, then came back online with missing data. Fear crept into places where confidence once lived. John stood in the main command room of the vault, watching reports flow in. Emma stood beside him, her eyes moving quickly over the screens. Alex leaned against a console, arms crossed, calm on the outside. They are tightening patrols, Emma said. Outer systems first. John nodded. That means they are worried. Lisa entered with new information from the probe network. Rebels are moving. Small groups are attacking checkpoints. They are copying our timing. Alex smiled slightly. Smart. John did not smile. Dangerous, too. If they move too fast, the Empire will crush them. Emma looked at him. Then maybe it is time to let the Empire see something. John took a moment before answering. Not us. Not yet. Instead of hiding deeper, the humans increased their strikes. But they changed how they fought. This time, they let survivors talk. On a remote trade route, a large convoy moved through open space. Heavy cargo ships flew in the center. Escorts surrounded them in tight formation. Human ships appeared without warning. They did not fire at first. A calm human voice filled the open channel. Power down your weapons. Do not resist. The alien escorts panicked. Some fired blindly. Others tried to flee. Human weapons answered with precision. Engines were disabled. Weapon systems went dark. No ships exploded. No crews were lost. The human ships vanished moments later. The convoy drifted, alive but helpless. Recordings of the voice spread through Empire channels. Clear. Calm. Confident. This was no pirate. This was something else. Empire Command reacted with anger. Fleets were moved. Commanders were punished for failure. Executions were broadcast again, louder than before. But fear does not work the same when people believe help exists. John watched an image of an execution feed being hacked. For 3 seconds, it cut to static. Then, a simple message appeared. "You are not alone." Emma exhaled slowly. That will get their attention. Alex looked serious. Now they will hunt harder. The Empire sent a full battle group to the Outer Rim. Dozens of ships, heavy armor, advanced scanners. This time, the humans did not avoid them. John gathered to team. This will be the first real fight. No hiding, no running. Ben frowned. They outnumber us. John replied simply, "They always do." Emma brought up tactical data. The Empire ships were powerful but slow. Command structure was rigid. They followed orders exactly.
Alex nodded. "We break the head."
The human fleet was still small, only 8 ships, but each one carried systems far beyond what the Empire expected. They met in open space. Alien commanders laughed when they saw the human numbers. They opened fire without warning. Space lit up with energy weapons. Human ships moved like water. Shots missed by small margins. Shields bent and absorbed hits without breaking.
John gave the order. Human weapons struck as one.
Rail fire punched through command ships. Drones flooded enemy sensors with false targets. Communication links collapsed. The Empire fleet tried to regroup, but confusion spread fast.
Emma tracked it all. They are losing coordination.
Alex flew close to an enemy cruiser and disabled its engines with a single shot. The ship drifted, helpless. In less than 10 minutes, the battle was over. 4 Empire ships were destroyed. The rest were disabled or fleeing. Human losses were 0. The humans did not chase. They transmitted a single message on all channels. "Leave free space. Do not return." The galaxy heard it. Rebel worlds celebrated quietly. Some cried. Some prayed. Some did not believe it was real. Empire leaders denied everything. They claimed victory. They blamed traitors. But fear had already changed sides. New reports flooded the vault. Entire patrol groups were retreating. Supply officers were falsifying data to avoid punishment. Some commanders refused to engage unknown targets. John leaned back. "The Empire is cracking." Emma nodded. Fear eats itself. But the Empire was not finished. Deep in its core systems, ancient weapons were activated. Massive fleets gathered, not for patrol, but for extermination. They chose a target, a rebel world that had shown open defiance. John saw the fleet movement through the probes. His jaw tightened. "They are making an example." Emma whispered, "Millions live there." John stood. "We move now." Alex looked at him. "All of us." John nodded. All of us. Every human ship in the vault launched. More vaults answered the call. Distant signals confirmed it. Other humans were awake. Ships came from the dark, from empty systems, from places no one watched. For the first time in 600 years, a human fleet moved openly. The Empire fleet reached the rebel world first, orbit filled with metal and weapons. The population watched the sky in terror. Then, space changed. Human ships arrived in waves, dozens. Then hundreds. They did not hide. Empire commanders froze. Humans filled the comm channels. "This world is under human protection. Leave now." The Empire answered with fire. The battle that followed shook the system. Human ships moved with perfect coordination. They shielded the planet while striking enemy weapons. Missiles vanished before impact. Beams were bent away. Alex led a strike group straight into the heart of the Empire fleet. Command ships fell one by one. Emma coordinated defense systems around the planet, creating a shield wall that held. Rebel ships joined the fight, emboldened by human presence.
The Empire fleet broke. Some fled.
Some surrendered. Some fought until silence. When it ended, the planet still lived. The sky cleared. On the surface, people stared upward, stunned. Human ships remained in orbit, calm and steady. John opened a channel to the planet. You are safe now. No threats, no demands. Just a promise. Across the galaxy, the message spread faster than light. Humans were back, and the terror that ruled the stars had finally met something it could not break. The galaxy did not calm after the great battle. It changed. News traveled through hidden channels, stolen relays, and whispered signals. Worlds that had bowed for generations now spoke the word human without fear. Some spoke it with hope, others with disbelief. John stood on the command deck of his ship, watching the stars drift by. The human fleet moved together, steady and quiet. No victory songs, no celebration, only purpose. Emma joined him, holding fresh reports. More worlds are asking for protection. Not weapons, just presence. John nodded. That matters. Some species feared humans at first. They remembered old stories. Stories of wars that burned systems and left nothing behind. But the humans who returned were different from the myths. They did not demand tribute. They did not claim worlds. They only stayed long enough to make sure the Empire could not return. The Empire itself was in chaos. Its rulers argued in sealed chambers. Fleets were pulled back to defend core systems. Commanders blamed each other. Fear spread upward instead of downward. For the first time, the Empire did not know who it ruled. John gathered leaders from free worlds through secure channels. His face appeared on many screens across many systems. "We are not here to rule you," he said. "We are here to end the terror." Some leaders were suspicious. Others were desperate. One asked what humans wanted in return. John answered simply, "The chance to sleep again knowing the galaxy is safe." That answer spread quickly. The Empire tried one last move. From its deepest core, it launched everything it had left. A final armada, larger than any before. Ancient ships, forbidden weapons, and soldiers taught to fear nothing except failure. Their target was not a rebel world. It was the human fleet itself. Emma detected the movement first. Her hands froze above the console. "John, this is it." Alex leaned forward. "That is their whole hand." John took a slow breath. "Then we end this." Every human ship changed course. Allied fleets joined them, smaller but brave. Ships of many shapes and colors formed lines beside human steel. Some crews trembled. Some prayed. Some smiled. The battle took place in open space, far from any world. When the Empire fleet arrived, space filled with shadows. Weapons charged. Power surged. The Empire fired first. The humans held. Shields flared across the Allied line. Impacts rolled like thunder, but nothing broke. John gave the order. Human ships advanced. This battle was not fast. It was not clean. The Empire fought with desperation. Ancient weapons tore holes in space. Ships vanished in fire. But humans adapted. Emma rerouted shields in real time. Alex led strike groups through impossible paths. Ben coordinated repair drones under fire. Lisa directed Allied ships, keeping them alive. John remained calm. Human weapons struck deep. Command ships fell. Control signals shattered. The Empire line bent, then broke. Some ships tried to flee. Human ships blocked their escape. John opened a channel to the remaining Empire vessels. "This ends now. Stand down." For a long moment, there was only silence. Then, one by one, Empire ships powered down. The war ended without cheers. Wreckage drifted. Survivors were taken in. No executions, no revenge. The Empire leaders were captured days later, hiding beneath their own capital world.
John faced them through a clear barrier.
They expected anger, punishment, death. They got something worse. They were ignored. Their power was gone. Their fear meant nothing. The Empire collapsed within weeks. Worlds once chained began to rebuild. Humans stayed nearby but never above. They helped restore power grids, heal damage, and clear minds. Then they left. Some worlds asked humans to stay forever. John always gave the same answer. The galaxy must stand on its own. Slowly, human fleets returned to the shadows. Vaults reopened, not as hiding places, but as watchposts. Humans slept again, but not all of them. Some chose to stay awake, guardians in the dark. Emma stood beside John one last time before his return to cryo sleep.
Do you think it will last?
She asked. John looked at the stars. Nothing lasts forever. But fear does not rule anymore. That is enough.
Emma smiled softly. Sleep well, then.
John entered the chamber. The pod closed. The lights dimmed. As his heartbeat slowed, the galaxy moved on. Trade returned. Cultures grew. Old wounds healed. And far away, in the quiet dark, humans watched. The galaxy remembered the terror that once ruled it, and it remembered what happened when humans woke from cryosleep.